We are back with Death Mark. This place is spooky as hell, but we are about to have an encounter. Why don't we take a look? There's a bottle of drugs hidden inside the beehive. It was good morning times too. We've seen this already. But wait! The mark has dyed a deep crimson. A few minutes left until death closes in. The mark scorches me again. Looks like we're out of time. I brace myself, then glance over at Sho. Sho, I'm counting on you. Sorry, this is going to hurt. I slap Sho's face. I'm about to die. I don't care what happens. There are no consequences. Don't worry about it. Ow! Old man, you little... That clear your head a little? He's coming. We have to go. We'll do everything we can, but you have to do as I say. Yeah. Okay. Oh boy! I proceed to lead Sho into the darkness. Drifting on the wind from somewhere is the meltingly sweet fragrance of honey. New info. Facing Shimi-O. Ya-oh. He just drops in. That's so creepy. Or a body's dropping, I guess. That is freaky. Something flies at us in the dark. A sharp pain pierces the arm I used to cover my face. I think I got stung by a bee. Oh god, that is horrible. Bees swarm around Shimi-O as he draws closer. I won't survive being attacked again. Why hello there, Wolfsbane, and insane buffoon, welcome to the stream. Yeah, fuck, if I only fought this boss in Metal Gear. I think I might have said something about that last time. The pain! Okay, what do we do? So I, for round one, am going to use Stinky Liquid, and Sho is going to use the tennis ball. What else would you use? Combo! I pour the stinky liquid over the tennis ball and throw it. Shimi-O incites the bees. Because remember, the stinky liquid gets the bees going. The bee cloud rushes at the ball. They must be reacting to the smell of the liquid on it. The bees swarm the ball. They look like a dense black cloud. So there's like a ball of bees? This is the pain from Metal Gear, where they just carry grenades to you. Ugh. Well, I'm out of tennis balls. But I'm not out of the stinky liquid. Guess I'm using the baseball instead. Yeah, that's the best I can do. Pour it over the baseball and throw it. Sets the bees. Bee cloud rushes the ball again. I guess the second ball was effective too. Oh god, no thanks. Those eyes. We should take care of this business. Round 3. Good morning. And this is a case where it depends on which partner I have. If I had Mashito, we would use his gun. But I don't have that. We got the baseball bat, so we're doing that instead. Oh god. I spray Shimi-O with the drug and hit him with the baseball bat. Ooh, he's wounded. He actually backs off a bit. A cut opens up on his giant body, and a bittersweet smelling liquid pours out. Of his body? Ugh. Oh, I'm not a traitor. Shimi-O bends over backward, moaning. Liquid sprays from the hole in his body. That's disgusting. He falters. Not enough. Okay, round 4. I'm just gonna do the same exact thing again. Why the hell not? Good morning, baseball bat. He writhes in pain, his body jiggling. No, I don't want to wake up. What was it? How did it go? Like, I'm waking up. I'll forget everything. Shimi-O hollers in pain as he gets hit, but it doesn't seem to be enough to beat him. Weekends. And now this is where we can get the normal ending or the good ending. The chat wanted me to go for the good ending last Ghost, so I'm going to go all the way with that this time. I think if you get all good endings, that's how you get the true good ending. So the normal ending, I could have dropped that large bottle of crap on him, and the good night as well, because remember it says don't combine the liquids, it's a terrible idea. For the good ending, I'm going to do something different. So he's clearly weak, now it's time to finish him off. So, I'm going to use bottle o' honey, and the root. Honey on it, throw it into his mouth. Don't miss. He initially tries to expel it, but seems to realize something, and gulps it down quickly. He happily stuffs his cheeks with the honey-coated root. Now I can finally see my family. This is one of those cases where I get that it's like, oh good, we stopped his grudge, but like, he's been drilling holes in people. I don't really feel sorry for him. Yay. We did it because we're heroes. He collapses flat on the ground, the deadly poison having invaded his whole body. Hello there, Miles. Welcome to the stream. His face is frozen into a peaceful smile like a kid who's just eaten a delicious meal. Hello there, Meowington. The bees continue to hover around the still Shimi-O. I like that Mashito was not with us, so we're gonna come back to him and be like, okay, well, we got him. Yeah, Winterburn, it is true that it's not really his fault that he's evil, like, something happened, but, like, the previous Ghost kind of incidentally killed people. This guy is just straight up a serial killer. I don't sense Shimi-O anymore. Ha! Serves you right. Show is back to normal. His mark appears to have vanished. Mine is... Damn! It's only chapter 2 of 5! Ah! Still branded red on my arm. Then Shimi-O wasn't the one who gave it to me. Still, though, whenever I approach death and stop him, the mark does get weaker, so something's going on. But I kind of figured that'd be the case. From what I can tell, when mark bearers confront the spirit that cursed them, they suffer extreme memory loss. That's why Sho was acting strangely. I myself didn't have any problems, so Shimi-O wasn't the right spirit. Yeah, Winterburn, I suppose the last Ghost did intentionally kill people. He was asking, like, are you an older person? But, oh yeah, the flowered guard. Fine. You win this round. Something is lying on the path. It's a small notebook. The cover's wet, the light of the flashlight making it glitter. It could be honey. Did this belong to Shimi-O? Where did he hide this? Okay, now I really don't feel like touching it. Damn, that's gross. All yours, old man. It seems Sho has absolutely no intention of picking it up. I give up and bend down to grab it. Flipping through the pages, it appears to be a diary. The dark will make it tough to read. Let's take a look when we get back. I want to beat a retreat out of here ASAP. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I wouldn't much care for hanging around this forest either. We carefully retrace our steps back to the entrance so we don't get lost. Hooray, I did it. I'm a freaking pro. And I'm not even doing this. The game's just doing it, which is kind of nice. I'll take it. Without warning, the light dies. Hey, what are you trying to pull? What are you trying to pull? What are you, a 1940s gangster? Hey, what's the big idea? Don't mess with me like this. It's not me. What are you trying to pull, Goldfinger? What's going on? It won't respond. An icy cold shiver runs down my spine. Spooky, scary skeletons. I'm suddenly overwhelmingly afraid, like the dark forest is trying to absorb my body. If I could just get the light back on. If we just had it back, I'd feel so much better. I hit the switch repeatedly, silently praying. Well, glad that's over. Just a malfunction? Our light's been flickering for a while. So it was just broken then? Damn, I about had a heart attack. That's when Shimi-O save kicks in. Oh, wait, you know why? This is probably where the bad end would have happened if we beat him the bad way. This is probably where Sho would have died. That's probably what that was supposed to be. Because I remember in Chapter 1, it saved when we found Moe, like, in the school. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Thank God. Good ending kicks in. We're like, oh. So it looks like an anticlimax, but it means that I did the right thing. Let's get our asses out of here before it does it again. We hurry all the way out and get in the car. I am going to have to go back at some point and do the poor endings. You're finally back. Looks like you were successful, too. The mark's gone. Well, mine is, at least. My mark is still there. Really? What does this mean? Christy is hysterical, clutching her head. Lady, you're clearly hysterical. What the... No use racking our brains over it. Come on, let's ask Mary. Welcome back, Lord Yashiki. It appears that you overcame your fear and cleared away the grudge. It is unfortunate that Shimi-O was not the one who bestowed your mark. Good news is that at least Lord Sho and Lord Mashita's marks vanished. A question. By the way, it should have said Lord Sho's and Mashita's marks, because if it said Sho and Mashita, it sounds like they both own the same mark. I get why my mark didn't go, but why isn't Christie's? I thought she got it from Shimi-O. The hypothesis is then incorrect. What I mean to say is, another spirit must have given her her mark. Wow! You mean like me? Incredible! What a revelation! I don't want to believe it, but it's true Christy hadn't been in her right mind when we met. It's definitely possible that she hadn't realized she had it already. Lady Christy received her mark fairly recently. Her memory is currently unaffected, but if she were to come into contact with the spirit that cursed her, her amnesia may accelerate, so please exercise care. Her amnesia would get worse? That would explain Sho's strange behavior before we fought Shimi-O. Didn't we clearly go over this already in, like, the previous chapter? Hey, Yashiki. It's been bugging me for a while now, but you kinda stink. I am pretty sweaty. I did spend a whole day walking all over a mountain. What'd you expect? No, it's not that. I just don't like you. My nose can't compare to a police dog's, but it's still pretty good. Your sleeves smell weird. Maybe it's honey? Bet it got on you from the notebook. I never did read that honey-covered notebook, did I? I take it out of my bag and open up the sticky pages. Inside it talks about Honeybee family, what they did, and their ideologies. I can't tell if Shimi-O wrote this or someone else, but the incoherent writing spells out their fanatical thinking and hatred for society. It's fascinating as abnormal psychology, but doesn't bear relevance to our current problem. Oh yeah, the gate. The author seems extremely pious. Multiple pages wax on, beeswax on, about H Shrine. They seriously believed we'd face divine wrath if the shrine fell to ruin. All the suicides in the forest, the numerous horrifying incidents, according to the author, they're all because of the divine wrath of H Shrine. H Shrine. Divine wrath. Strange. That part sticks out to me. After I finish skimming through, I tell the other mark bearers what it says. Ugh, enough of that crap. Divine wrath, curses, is too much. But, you know, the actual ghost I met, that I could deal with that, but curses, like the one I have, no, too much. Guess I can't write it off then. It's no more ridiculous than the idea that spirits really exist. We're dealing with the supernatural, so just about anything's fair game. Divine wrath. If that's true, then... Then what, Christy? Then what? It is almost dawn. We must end today's investigation. Please rest. I am sure all of you are tired from walking in the mountain. Yeah. I haven't been this wiped out since the last time I was at baseball club. Sorry, but I gotta go crash. Later. Too much has happened today. I need a break from it all. I'll think about the future more once I've gotten some rest. Well, good night. Hey, Yashiki. I've decided to leave tomorrow, too. Oh, okay. I don't think this particularly matters, but... Chat, what are we gonna go with? Changed your mind? You're abandoning me? I'll miss you. So what should we go with? Hello there, Dracologist. And by the way, what do my sleeves smell like? You wanna tell me what that was? Now we have 1 vote for I'll miss you. Buffoon, he looks like a sleep-deprived phoenix, right? I can kind of see that. Oh, shit! So we have 2 votes for I'll miss you. But, anyone else? Okay, 3 for I'll miss you, 1 for changed your mind. I'll just move along with I'll miss you. Goodbye! Cut the sap, it's gross. Anyway, I'm satisfied. That big string of missing persons causes cases the Force couldn't solve. I figured out what was behind it. Ghosts. Hello there, Douglas. And I have basically closed the Honeybee family case I have chased for years. The truth you're seeking can be found here, huh? Mary's something else, isn't she? I could finally visit someone's grave. His expression's still the same, but it feels like he's more at peace. He accomplished what he set out to do. Hey, Yashiki. This whole thing is too dangerous. I'm reckless, but that doesn't mean I don't care if I live or die. Sticking my neck out for you past this point is just too risky. Past this point? I mean, like, you could have joined us for Honeybee Guy. Is there going to be a greater threat? Obviously, we're going to have to deal with more ghosts. But is there going to be a greater threat than the Honeybee Guy? Because he was pretty upper level. Sorry. A tremor runs through his clenched fist. If you manage to escape your death, I'll buy you a drink sometime. See ya. I don't know, the last guy who said he'd meet us for drinks died. Now, Lord Yashiki, please inform me once you are ready to rest. Good night. New info was added. Truth behind Shimi-O, other. Yay, I'm a save. Oh, right, I keep forgetting. I just pressed square to do it. Hooray, everybody! This basically concludes the chapter, so let's talk. This will be it. Are you retiring to bed? Yes. Good night. Yay. Shimi-O. End. Yay. It's been 3 days since Shimi-O's defeat. Mashita and Sho have left, leaving only Christy and me. You know, leaving me at the mansion. You wouldn't say leaving I. Christy and me at the mansion. We've not had any new mark bearers arrive, nor any new info on any spirits. Death's footsteps keep drawing closer. Ugh. Good work, Lady Christy and Lord Yashiki. Did you obtain any clues? No, nothing really. I'd hoped, but... I see. Lady Saya's study seemed optimal to contain something of interest. Christy and I just finished investigating Saya Kujo's study. It had been full of mountains of specialized books and piles of reports. It was a daunting task, but we did our best to search through them regardless. Except it was all futile. Everything was about healing the spirit. Nothing mentioned the mark at all. Well, I mean, clearly healing the spirit gets rid of the damn mark. We've seen this twice. We already have a solution. Find our spirit. Like, what are we looking for? Hey, Mr. Yashiki, don't you think it's useless to keep searching the mansion? Do you have any other ideas, then? Yes, go out looking for hauntings. Goddamn. Well, remember what I said about H Shrine? Yes, I forgot. Chat. Which option shall I exercise? Yeah, Winterburn, you aren't the boss of I. Ha ha ho! So, does it really matter if I say yes or I forgot? I would like to see anybody's input on this, otherwise I'll just go for, my own options. I see 2 for yes and 2 for I forgot. Actually, we are at a deadlock. Okay, 3 for I forgot. That'll clinch it. Let's go. What? You lost that memory? Yeah, it must be the mark. It's in the forest by H Castle. I was thinking, maybe the shrine is connected to all the spirit stuff. That's what Shimi-O's notes said, right? Everything's happening in the forest is the divine, or everything happening is the divine wrath of H Shrine. Then you think the mark and the spirit activity are because of this divine wrath? It's definitely a possibility. Disasters happen in many ghost stories and myths because of the wrath of gods. Isn't there value in looking into it? Maybe. You're making a leap. Who knows? So which option should I exercise this time, chat? And again, I don't think this option particularly affects the game. A lot of these options really don't matter much. It's basically just a life or death, which is kind of weird. Like, most of the conversational options in the game are just, like, they just don't matter. It's just to keep the player awake. Like, oh, I have to do something. So we see a bunch of maybes, and one you're making a leap, and one who knows. So maybe it is. Exactly what I'd expect from you. Always so quick on the uptake. Christy is brimming with confidence. She seems in a much better mood than she was 3 days ago. She's a famous reporter after all, so maybe this is what she's really like. So, Mary, I'd like to go see H Shrine. You don't mind, do you? It is true many unpleasant rumors surround that forest. If the cause is H Shrine, there may be some clues there. But even if there are, if it's spiritual, then how are normal humans like us supposed to find it? I don't know, Christy's pretty good. Christy and I don't have spiritual powers, even though we literally have, like, a numerical rating for our spirit level. In that case, could you bring me along? Whoa, no kidding! Could you bring me along with you to H Shrine? I should be able to sense the presence of anything spiritual. I can act as a guide as well. You know that shrine? Yes, in truth, it enshrines the guardian deity of the Kujo family. Over the generations, the heads have taken care of the shrine. However, that came to an end after the recent war resolved. As one who serves the Kujos, I am concerned about its present state. Then bringing you along would mean I have to carry you, don't I? As it is impossible for me to walk, I would agree with that assessment. I am sorry to inconvenience you. An overgrown forest in the dead of night. I'm not looking forward to having to carry Mary all the way to the shrine. Couldn't we get like a cart for her or something? You look worn out and we haven't left. It's a small price to pay if we can get any hints about the spirits. Oh, is it? How about you carry her? That's true. I think Mary's eager about this too, so I'll just have to deal with it, I suppose. Okay, let's go back to the forest. Yeah, I guess that's it. Where's the... Oh, just exit, right. I keep... It looks like just get out of the menu, but no. I will save, though. Again, I go to system thinking that's the save menu, and there's just a quick button up top. Oh, well. Hooray. Exit. Forest. So that's interesting. We're actually going back to the same area in the next chapter. Before we leave, we put Mary in the backseat. Thank God she's not as heavy as she looks. I should be able to carry her just fine. By the way, Mr. Yashiki, have you read the files over there? She points to the right side of the room and shelves packed with files. Not yet. I've searched most of the mansion, but I haven't checked the garage. Oh, really? Christy grabs a file and flips through the pages. Looks like articles on various crimes. The clippings cover every incident in each city and the surrounding area. Was Miss Kujo looking into criminal activity? Any of it look related to the mark? No, not as far as I can tell. These are all extremely old. The most recent is dated 5 years ago. She puts the file back. Alright, should we head out soon? Yes. We teleport out. I park outside the entrance of the forest and gather Mary into my arms. We make our way to the familiar arch. There's still a long way to go. A middle-aged man carrying a doll. You're practically a ghost story yourself if someone sees you here. Yeah, right. Ah! I am very sorry to cause you such trouble. Mary stares up at me as I hold her. Her skin and hair glint bewitchingly when the light from the flashlight catches them. I have not been outside in a long time, and to go hiking in the arms of such a fine gentleman, this is a very precious experience. She sounds as dispassionate as ever, but is she actually having fun? Still, it is just as the rumors say. This forest is filled with the curses and resentment of the dead. Simply their presence is enough to drive the living mad. The land is tainted. I can see why it has given birth to monstrous spirits. I bet if you track down the cause of it, it'll be the divine wrath. Let's hurry to the shrine. And thank God, I think the game just takes us there. We reach the old Torii gate with no trouble. We stand and watch for a while, but nothing comes out of the beehives. They seem to be sleeping. It is most likely because Shimi-O is now gone. 8th shrine is up those stone steps. At Mary's direction, we walk toward the gate. A small black shadow flits across our feet. Hey, it's that rabbit again. Huh, so this is the rabbit you told me... Oh, that's the doll. So this is the rabbit you told me about, Lord Yashiki. You are correct. It is very cute. The rabbit stares up at the two of us. Then disappears toward the shrine. What in the world was that about? What do you think, Mary? I felt a strange presence. Something I've not felt since... It appears to be possessed by some kind of soul. So it's a spirit too? I mean, it's been following us across the school and the forest. Indeed. Though it does not appear strong enough to give marks to humans. We know nothing of its true nature, so please proceed with caution. We follow the rabbit under the Torii gate and up the stone steps. Oh, here we are. At the top, we find the wilderness creeping in. There doesn't appear or seem to be anything here but an old altar. Is this 8th shrine? Sadly, it has fallen into disrepair. The war was over 50 years ago. I suppose this was to be expected. That black rabbit is gone. Deserted shrines give me the creeps. Let's hurry up and get to searching so we don't stay here long. Okay. So we're just here. Here. There's a sacred Shimenawa rope on a ragged boulder. I wonder if that boulder is a Niwakura. What's that? According to ancient Shinto tradition, it's a sacred rock that a god descended on. It's not uncommon for the rock itself to become an object of devotion. No, that's it. Headless Buddha statues are buried in the ground. Creepy. I wonder what happened here. Okay. That seems to be about it. I mean, I know there's the top thing. That thing's obvious. Just seeing if there's anything else to look into. And it looks like no. Okay. It's a wooden shrine altar. A clouded old mirror serves as the Goshintai. Looks like it's true that no one's taken care of this place for a long time. I peek inside the altar just in case, but all I find is a thick layer of dust. The Goshintai is outside and the altar is empty. That's concerning. I don't think there's any more we can search. The Buddha statues concern me. Why are all the ones within the shrine missing their heads? Shinto and Buddhism were orders to be separated during the Meiji period. Before then, many shrines were dedicated to both. 8th shrine was much the same, but in the Meiji period there was a push to make Shinto the main religion. The faiths were forced apart. Extremists stole the Buddhist statues from shrines and desecrated them. Oh, the famous anti-Buddhist movement. So this is where that happened? No, it was done in a public space as they wanted to make a show of it. The broken statues were carried here to serve as a memorial for worship. The Kujo family head was said to be aggrieved, so he moved them in secret. It seems that all the broken statues from around H City were buried here. Strange. You said they were worshipped, but this place is pretty much a ruin. You have a keen eye, Lord Yashiki. The shrine was subsequently dug up, and the statues were stolen. So they came all the way into this huge forest just to carry off broken statues? Who would do something like that? That I do not know. I merely heard they were stolen 50 years ago around the time of the war. So the statues were broken, thrown away, and then dug up. They say the Buddha has a wealth of patience, but even he'd get angry. Could that anger have turned to divine wrath and given birth to the mark and spirits? Mary, have you been able to feel the presence of any spirits or whatever? About that, this land is much more foreboding than I had imagined. The enmity of the forest swallows all else. It is hard to sense beneath it. So, too much background noise, right? Yes, although I do sense the same presence as Lady Christie's mark, however faint. I am sure the spirit that gave her the mark is somewhere in the forest. We're doing this again? So after all that, we were only able to reconfirm something we already knew. Forgive me. I was unable to. You don't have to apologize, Mary. We learned plenty of value here. What do you mean? I'll tell you on the way back. First, let's get the hell out of here. This place gives me the creeps. Maybe it's the ill will Mary sensed. Oh, I actually have to go back? Okay. Let's save. I forgot where this was in relation to navigating the map, but we will deal with it. Hello there, Sam. Welcome to the stream. Alright, left the shrine, went down the stairs. Oh, that's it, thank God. We leave H Shrine, walking down the beast trail toward the forest entrance. Maybe it's because of that strange tale, but for some reason I feel like someone is watching us from the darkness of the trees. Okay, I guess we're out. We begin driving back to the mansion. As we break out of the dense forest, I can see building lights pop up here and there. Well, that was a complete waste of time. My anxiety lifted. I don't even bother to filter the words that slip out of my mouth. Oh, I don't think that's true. It's all coming together for me. Without further prodding, Christie starts in on her theory, passion evident in her voice. I believe Shimi-O was right. H Shrine is definitely what's causing all the strange stuff in the forest. I'm sure it's those stolen statues. Don't you agree? I wonder. It feels like we just don't have enough info at this point to say one way or the other, but there's no denying that a lot of strange things are going on in that forest. Between all the suicides and Shimi-O wandering around, it couldn't just be coincidence, could it? If we research the shrine, we might learn more about the mark. I feel it's a lot safer than risking our lives looking for the spirit. Don't you think? You might be right. My replies are half-hearted, which isn't what Christie was hoping for, so she falls silent. An awkward, uncomfortable silence settles. Lord Yashiki, please stop the car. Mary speaks for the first time since we entered the car. What is it? I sense a presence similar to Lady Christie's mark close by. Okay. Following Mary's request, I park in a vacant rest stop on the outskirts of H City. Christie and I step out of the car. Gah! Oof. My mark is suddenly scalding. Is something nearby? Look. Someone's over there. I don't see someone. Ah. A small girl steps out of the telephone box. Why is a kid outside at this time of night? Telephone box? Thank you for bringing me out here this late at night, Eita. I got to talk with Hanayome. Oh yeah? Glad to hear it. Hey, Namu. A rather round young man appears, stepping out of the shadows. You got your question answered, Suzu? Yeah, it's okay now. Hanayome sure is amazing, though. She knows where everything is. You got that right. She helped me find my limited edition Love and Hero phone strap I dropped. What's Love and Hero? What? You don't know? They're a popular idol group here. They've been all over TV lately. I'm surprised you haven't heard. TV's restricted at home. Mom says it rots your brain. Oh, Eita, is the bus coming soon? Oh, the last bus is on its way. We better go. We'll be in big trouble if your mom finds out we went out. Yeah. Okay. We watch from a distance for a while, but it's hard to determine the relationship. The pain from my scar is suddenly gone. Hey, Christie? What do you think? I turn, but Christie isn't there. Hey, you there. Just how do you know that girl? Depending on your answer, I'll report you for child abduction. What? Oh, her. Well, there goes Christy hounding the poor guy. Just calm down. I try to placate her, but she won't budge. The man stumbles over his words. He looks flustered and overwhelmed. Hey, lady! Don't be mean to Eta! The girl rushes to stand defensively in front of him and glares at us. She seems a lot more level-headed than the flustered guy behind her. I asked him to help me, okay? I wanted to talk to Hanayome, so I had him come with me. Who's this Hanayome you keep mentioning? A ghost who helps find things. Oh, people say that you could talk to her from this telephone box. A ghost, huh? She looks at me. We're both thinking the same thing. Earlier the mark was hurting, so maybe... You guys look serious. What's going on? He nervously glances between us. Does this scar look familiar at all? I show them the mark on my right arm. Hey, hold on, what is this? That looks exactly like mine. He pulls off one of his gloves and reveals the mark on his hand. It's the cursed scar, yeah? I saw an article on it in OOP Arts Monthly. They say it causes amnesia, even kills you. But that's nonsense. It's not all true, right? Right? Well, to be fair, we haven't seen anyone actually killed with it. Sounds like he'd heard the rumors, but chose to not do anything about it. I mean, I guess people have been killed by the ghosts, but, like, the scar itself? That's no surprise, really. It's tough to believe it's real until your memory loss starts becoming noticeable. I've got one of those, too. It showed up on my left wrist when I made that phone call earlier. Ugh. Pulling up her sleeve, she shows us her mark. They both have the mark, and after calling Hanayome, that's more than a coincidence. Well, we can't just leave them here. Let's bring them to the mansion. Yeah, okay, now we're the child abductees. Or abductors. We just grab them and leave. We tell them what's going on and ask them to go to Kujo Mansion with us. Well, at least they ask. It surprisingly doesn't take much to get them to come. I thought it'd take more convincing. Could partially be because they missed the last bus while talking with us. That sucks. Before they climb in, I warn Mary to stay quiet until we get back. Might be a bad idea to freak them out. First we introduce ourselves. The man's name is Eita Nakamatsu. The girl is Suzu Morimiya. They tell us they met through the readers column in OOP Arts Monthly. Suzu mentioned she was interested in Hanayome, and Eita told her what he knew. Then she pestered him into bringing her to the rumored telephone box. They were out this late because of her. Her parents sound pretty strict. Her mother keeps a close eye on her after school, and she needs permission to go out. So she snuck out of the house after her mother went to bed. Hanayome is just as famous at my school as Hanahiko is. Hey, Eita, please tell him about those rumors. Do I have to? Okay, fine. Eita reluctantly tells us at Suzu's request. Okay. They're just rumors I read, but... Oh, hey, that's the person on the cover of the game, like the Japanese cover. Chapter 3, Hanayome. I forgot if the Western version has reverse cover art. No, it doesn't. It's too bad. Oh well. Hey, remember that one story? You know, the one about the public phone box in H-City? There's a ghost that looks like a bride, and she'll find what you're looking for. One of my friends actually tried it. He went to the specific phone box that lets you talk with ghosts. The phone suddenly started ringing. He slowly picked up the phone, but all he could hear was this weird smacking noise. He stayed on the line until... Did you see it? He heard a woman whisper, so he did what the rumor said to do and said, No, I haven't seen it. Then she said, What do you want to see? His cat had gone missing, so he asked where it was. When he looked where the woman said it really was there. So the rumors are totally true. I want to go ask her where my future bride is now. Careful, buddy. Oh, want to come with me? There's just no one on the couch now. There. There we go. I carry Mary from the car and gently place her back on the sofa. Thank you very much. Being in your arms is not bad, but I am most calm when I am here. The doll really talked. I can't say I expected that. Then does that mean all that stuff about the mark is true too? On the way over, we updated Suzu and Eita with just about all they needed to know. They may not completely believe us, but they're not rejecting it outright either. It seems like Eita in particular has already experienced some memory loss. Something about forgetting the names of anime characters or voice actors. Christy looked at him strange, but he appears to be taking it quite seriously. And Suzu snuck out of her house because she believed the rumors about Hanayome. They both believed in the occult already. I'm pretty sure they'll help us find a way to escape the mark. Granted, they're also really curious about Hanayome. Pardon me, but may I speak? The marks on Suzu and Eita. They are likely from Hanayome. And Lady Christie, the feeling I sense from your mark is the same as theirs. So we can assume Hanayome also gave the mark to you. Do you recall encountering her? Something weird did happen. Right before I entered the forest, I stepped in the phone box on T Mountain. The phone rang out of nowhere. Oh, it might be because of that. The telephone box at that rest area is also in the rumors of Hanayome. But I didn't pick it up. It creeped me out, so I left. I was never able to give that person one final call because of that. Who are you talking about? It is not for children to know. Fine. So there are other phone boxes like that? I think there are 3 that Hanayome will call from. The one we went to in the A Highway parking lot is one, and one at T Mountain rest area. Then there's the one Miss Christie went to. And, Eita, where's the last one? At the park by T Apartment Complex. It's the only one inside the city. But why just those 3 locations? Dunno. The BBS I read didn't say. Mister? Do you really think Hanayome is the one who gave us the marks? Of course. Maybe not. I'm not sure yet. Chat, which option should I exercise, please? And hello there, J-Bog. Welcome. Hello there, Assad. Welcome to the stream. So, once again, I don't think it particularly matters what option I exercise, but what's it gonna be? So we have 1 vote for, or no, 2 votes for of course. Anybody else want to weigh in? 1 for, I don't know yet. 1 for maybe not. Well, it looks like of course is winning, so let's go. But the rumors about Hanayome go back 5 years. And no one's ever mentioned that if you call her, you'll get a mark. Suzu's right. Rumors about this mark thing only popped up super recently. So you're saying Hanayome hasn't always been giving out the mark? If that's true, I wonder what triggered the change. Of course I can't really say, seeing as I don't know anything about the spirits. A ghost helping people find what they're looking for? That's pretty strange. Definitely the definition of ghost story. Hey, Mr. Yashiki? If those rumors are true, why don't we try asking where the stolen statues are? If we return them to their places, it might just save our lives. Search for the Buddha statues. If Christie's right, we may be able to escape the mark without fighting a spirit. Mary, what do you think? A good question. Objects with human forms are easily able to gain inexplicable powers. Bleeding stone statues, cursed dolls... There are many examples. Historical statues of gods and Buddhas would certainly be no exception. Asking Hanayome about them would be a good idea. So says the doll before our eyes that has the inexplicable power to talk. Yeah, kind of what I was thinking. Maybe it wouldn't be that strange that Buddha statues could bring down divine wrath. Lord Yashiki, may I add, as I explained previously, your mark is different from the others. Vanquishing spirits seems to weaken your mark's power. It's been several days since she told me that I was going to die. Taking care of the spirits we encountered is likely how I'm still among the living. What are you trying to say? I cannot say what the relationship between your mark and Hanayome is. But it is true it is in your best interest to track down spirits. I hope you will guide these mark bearers this evening as well. I can't really picture Christie and Eita facing off against a spirit by themselves. If they failed, then a child would suffer the deadly consequences. That would weigh heavily on me. No turning back, I'll figure something out. Thank you. Mary bows her head slightly. Now, you should begin investigating Hanayome. Why does she only call from three... Oh yeah. Why does she only call from 3 public phones within each city? Her secret may lie in the answer. You visited the parking lot already. Please investigate T Mountain and the Park by T apartment complex. New info. And we are playing. Okie dokie. Okay, let's step outside. Let's go to the rest area first. In order, right? Why not? The phone booth stands solitary on the edge of the vacant rest area. An endless sea of trees stands behind it. Christy must have run into the forest after she heard the phone ring. And there's a dog. I can hear a dog howl. Yeah, howl, that's what that was, from nearby. It almost sounds sad, but I'm probably just imagining it. Christy doesn't seem bothered by it. She's completely focused on the phone box. I must have gotten my mark from Hanayome back then, but I was completely oblivious. I wasn't exactly in the right state of mind. Rumors say the phone is supposed to ring if you wait by it for a while. I'm guessing waiting outside doesn't count? Probably not. It only rang after I'd stepped in it. But the booth is too small for 2 people. Either I or Christy will have to go in. You aren't thinking I'll do it, are you? Dangerous jobs are best left to men. Okay, thanks. I guess I'll have to go in. It's cramped inside and almost impossible to move around at all. I'd be a sitting duck if a spirit attacked me while I'm in here. The clouded glass makes it hard to see the outside. That just makes me more nervous. I wonder how long I have to wait until the phone rings. To pass the time, I glance around at the inside of the booth. There's a poster attached to the window. Help our investigation? On the night of 2/8/1990X. Oh god, we're in the Fist of the North Star universe! An assault took place in the forest nearby. If anyone has any info on this case, please notify H Police Department. This is dated 5 years ago. Looks like something terrible happened here. There we go. The phone begins to ring. I hesitantly reach out and pick it up. The only sound I hear is the dial tone. No one is speaking. What's going on? Suddenly, there's a strange noise. Crunching. Smacking. Like the sound of saliva as someone chews. ASMR. Did you see it? Tucked in the smacking is a woman's voice. The voice is creepy, cold, and chills me down to the bone. Is this Hanayome? Did you see it? She asks a second time. The rumors mention that I should say, I haven't seen it. Very seriously, I say, I haven't seen it. What do you want to see? It's going exactly as the rumor said. Hanayome is supposed to tell you the location of whatever you're looking for. Christy told me to ask you about the Buddha statues that were stolen from each shrine. I'll give it a try. Buddha statues. Lord Buddha. Doesn't your arm already have the mark of the Buddha on it? Tell me, you want a new Buddha? What? Why are you doing that? Tell me. Well, tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me, 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 tell me. Oh, snap. I better get on this. The line goes dead. That didn't help me at all. The woman's scream is still ringing in my ears. I feel sick. It must be because of my brush with that blood-curdling insanity. Why didn't she answer my question? What was different from when the others asked? The mark on my arm burns dully, like it's reminding me it exists. Maybe this is why she was acting strangely. And she did say something to the effect that Buddha gave me this mark. Was she just too insane to differentiate between Buddha and a monstrous spirit? Or is this mark really the work of divine wrath from the Buddha statues? I wait a while longer, but the phone doesn't ring again. There's no point in staying in here. Oh, thank God. As soon as I leave the booth, Christy comes up to me. You don't look well. What happened? I tell Christy about my conversation with Hanayome. What? That's not in the rumors. Christy's brow furrows in confusion. Should we go check out the other phone box for now? Maybe there's a clue there. We can also see if you can ask again. There's no time to get lost in thought. The last phone booth is at the Park by T Apartments in the other direction. We'll head there after stopping at the mansion. It's probably wise to ask Mary what she knows since it's on the way. New info. Hey, second phone box. I think that's it. Yeah, we're out of here. Okay. I don't know how much talking will actually help, but we'll do it. I tell Mary what happened to the phone box. You say Hanayome acted strangely. She called the spirit that cursed you with your mark Buddha. I cannot say I know what she saw, but from what you said, she will likely not respond to your question. That does not mean she does not understand you, however. Use any method available to obtain as much information as you can. Hanayome, is your refrigerator running? That'll be my supreme question. Hello there, Fred. Welcome to the stream. Hello there, Crimson Alice. Welcome to the stream. Okay, let us peace out. Go to the park. That's all we got. I see a small park tucked between all the looming apartment buildings. There's no one here. I guess everyone's already asleep. They said this was the phone booth from the Hanayome rumors, right? Would a spirit really appear in the middle of the city like this? Well, now that I'm here, I still have no idea why Hanayome hung up on me. That's so weird. Like, the rumor of the ghost that does the phone call thing, and the ghost just hangs up on me. It's such a bizarre thing to happen. I followed the rumors exactly. Where did I go wrong? I scratch my head. Don't adhere to the gossip. Defy it. Suddenly, I hear that strange voice again. Gossip. In other words, the rumors. What will happen if I don't follow the rumors? Hanayome, I have a question for you. Do you have Prince Albert in a can? That's my question. Christy, go back to the car. There's something I want to try, but it might end up backfiring on me. Sure? I don't know what you're going to do, but please be careful. Oh, and I almost forgot. I have a message from Eita. Yeah? It's about the latest information on Hanayome from the BBS. Take a look. Christy hands me a note written by Eita. Don't talk about eyes or things like it when you're on the phone with Hanayome. Weird. If the call goes sideways somehow, don't say I, okay? Why would that come up? P.S. Best to avoid anything that even sounds like I. Okay. What? Don't say I? This is it? Yeah, that's all. Anyway, Eita said he was sure it would come in handy. Okay. I'll keep it in mind, I guess. Oops. I'll keep it. I'm gonna be careful. Christy returns to the car. I step inside and wait for the phone to ring. There's a poster in this booth, too. Just like the one at the rest area, this looks like it's been here for a few years. Young woman kidnapped. A young local woman was kidnapped close to this location. If you were a witness of this crime, please notify the police. MPD. February 8th, 5 years ago. I think the poster I saw at the rest area had the exact same date. Coincidence? I like that the ghost actually calls back. The phone rings. I grab the receiver and slowly pick it up. I hear a noise like someone chewing gum from the other end of the phone. An icy cold voice speaks. Did you see it? I saw. I'm a witness. I saw it. You saw, didn't you? You saw that thing of me. What? The voice cuts off. Ah, it's Corpse Party, wrong end. Something outside collides violently through the glass of the booth, but I can't see it. That would scare the daylights out of me. Live or die. Tell me, how did you see it? With your own eyes or eyeglasses? A telescope? I think it was eyes. That was the option to choose, right? It was eyeballs. Fine. Wrong. Idiot. You saw it. You said you saw it. What color? A beautiful color. Red, pink, green. I think it was red. Wrong. Oh no! Suddenly the phone goes dead. Someone knocks on the glass door. That is so scary. Is something wrong? Are you okay? Is that a stranger passing by? I guess they're wondering what's going on with me? It's a relief to hear a normal person's voice. Yeah, sorry. It's nothing, really. Oh god! That sucks. As I'm turning around, I feel the door of the booth violently fly open. Two dark, shadowy arms are the last things my eyes see. The image burns into my retinas. That's brutal. Decide again. By the way, in the Japanese, apparently option 1 and 2 in the first deadly choice have the kanji for I in them, which is kind of amusing. It's like a little level of translation that you're just not going to see in English. Ugh. Okay, how did we see you? Telescope, obviously, because binoculars or eyeglasses like not go in that direction. Telescope. I should have on a slide, actually. How do I log? What color? A beautiful color. Yes, I'm searching around outside the phone box. It's so creepy. Red, pink, green. Alright, I want to go with pink with this one, but I forgot how you know this. And by the way, it says option 1 has the I kanji, and option 3 would have had katakana, which is me. Otherwise, like I, kind of. But apparently it means I, like EYE. So that's kind of great. You saw it. What kind of person are you? What's important to you? Your dreams, romance, love. Which do you choose? And for the record, by the way, again, this is a Japanese thing. This, I think, just doesn't translate in English. Like the red, pink, green, I think you have to guess and check for this one. And here, dreams, romance, and love, this is a total guess. in English. But again, dreams is Yume, which has like Y-U-M-E, that has me, which is like I, and love is A-I, like I, which sounds like I. But like that, this question is harder for Westerners because that just doesn't translate. So I want to go with romance because it does not have those things. It's not about the fact that it's dreams or love or whatever. This is just a hard question that translation couldn't get around. Yay, I survived. What a hero. The phone goes dead. Hooray! The next I know, the bloody handprint is gone, and so is the ominous presence. Yay! The questions she asked me were strange. She was particularly anxious about what I had seen. I think I did a good job not mentioning anything like eyes in my answers. Bloodborne does enough of that. Overly conscious over being seen. Maybe that's where her secret lies? Is this that, like, classic Japanese ghost story where her face is all scarred up or whatever? I exit the booth and Christy rushes up to me. My mark started hurting out of nowhere. Did it go all right? I tell Christy about what happened in the telephone booth. I have no idea what that means. Guess there's no way she'd know the answer. Huh? Something's on the ground there. Sure enough, there's a folded up piece of paper lying near the booth. Looks like a piece of... That is the wrong stationery, ladies and gentlemen. Although I'll admit, I don't think a lot of people know this one. So here's a fun fact for you. Stationary, A-R-Y, means not moving. And stationary, E-R-Y, is the paper. How about that action? I don't think it was there before I went into the phone box. I pick up the paper and open it. To Seiko. I'll dispel all of your heartache. So forget that horrible incident and take your quiet rest up in heaven. Signed, Naomi. What? An incident. The posters I saw on the telephone booths mentioned something like that too. Oh, now we call them booths? Okay, thanks. Could they be connected? I asked Christy what they think. Christy looks deep in thought. What is it? Oh, nothing. Well, we've checked out all the boxes, so let's head back to the mansion. Something still bugs me, though. Yeah. We should probably head back for now. New info. This is an interesting chapter, because we're doing all this, but we haven't actually started the dungeon yet. The third phone box. And I think that's all there is to do. Yeah, that's it. We're out of here. I'll save, I guess. Back. To Cujo. Hooray, we checked the place out. Hey, Mr. Yashiki, you know those posters in that bit of stationery we found? Could they be linked to Hanayome? I mean, we called the ghost, or got called by it, and suddenly it shows up, so let's go with yes? She might have been someone who was caught up in the incident and killed. And if that's the case, then... Christy turns toward the shelves with files. Files full of articles on criminal cases. The dates were 5 years ago, right? Then there might be an article on what happened here in these files. We could use more help. Maybe Eita and Suzu can give us a hand. Go ahead and call them over. Yes, Sam Brown. A grammar lesson with each Let's Play of mine. Hey. All four of us begin reading through files. The clippings range from the smallest dispute to the most heinous crime in H City. But they're all dated 5 years ago or earlier. Did they get stored in the garage because they're so old? After a while, I found it. The victim's name is Seiko. The date is February 5 years ago. Gotta be it. Christy lays the file out on the desk and we all peer at it. We all two of us. There's a lot of, like, jank translation in this game. The file has articles about an incident that happened 5 years ago. The victim's name was Seiko Hasegawa. Apparently, she committed suicide in the forest by H Castle on the eve of her wedding. She was in her dress when she was found. Well, that settles that. I mean, we haven't met the ghost, so we wouldn't know yet, but we, the the viewers know. Suzu, you probably shouldn't read anymore. It's pretty bad. Thanks, Eita, but I want to know more about Hanayome. I feel like I need to do this. She's cringing, but she sounds determined. Between this and sneaking out at night, she's a surprisingly brave kid. It's rather odd for someone her age. I remember now. This happened back when I used to be a news anchor. Christy mutters just loud enough to hear. Then, do you know the whole story? It was horrible. It's hard to recount. Oh, Dragon Ace, they called the kids to help look. Yeah, I guess all 4 of us are here. Fine. I guess all of us does make sense. You win this round, Deathmark, but I'm still calling you out on stationery and drugs instead of chemicals. A woman was abducted by a gang while she was walking her dog. They brought her to the forest and assaulted her. People found her battered and staggering along the road the next day. The dog was run over and killed near the forest when it chased after them. I wonder if that was the dog we heard then. That's horrifying. Yeah, but that wasn't the end of Seiko Hasegawa's misfortune. Ada somberly cuts in. His usual grin is nowhere to be found. It's well known in some circles, but her assault was photographed. The pictures were sent to her fiancé. Okay, so that's why she asks, did you see? They threatened to make them public if he didn't pay up. I heard he gave them a ton of money to get the photos and the negatives. Is that true, Christy? Yeah, I heard that as well. Because of all that, Miss Seiko had a mental breakdown, and in the end, she hanged herself. She'd been a serious, honest woman, so she just couldn't bear it. The cruel fate of a woman attacked before her wedding. We fall silent as that reality weighs on us. Suzu timidly speaks up, her face pale. Maybe there's a connection between what happened to Miss Hasegawa and Hanayomi's phone boxes? According to the article, the incidents that wrecked her life took place near each phone box. She was abducted by the park, assaulted by the rest area, and found near the parking lot by A Highway. Okay, the phone booths connect Hanayome and Seiko Hasegawa. The coincidence sends a shiver down my spine. So that note we found by the telephone booth, did Seiko's fiancé write it? Most likely. What's strange is it was there, and not where she committed suicide. Did Hanayome put it there? Again, it wasn't there before. Maybe she was telling us something. I have no clue how spirits think, but if Suzu's right, then that note is an important clue for us. I seem to recall Miss Seiko's fiancé was a famous musician. As a result, the case was widely publicized at the time. It happened right after they returned from a romantic trip to Greece. Old ladies were sobbing about how it made all the more tragic. And the poor dog they brought on the trip died heroically as well. Where's the fiancé now? Well, he began acting strange through the shock and then went missing. Some say her suicide was to follow him. But he wasn't the only one who disappeared. It sounds like all the culprits went missing too. Oh? You hear about that online too? Well, something like that. The internet wasn't the same back then. There were only hubs. The internet, 90s internet was freaking not very good. Hubs? Like pre-internet chat rooms? Everyone was talking about it on the occult hubs back then. There was one person in the community who knew way too much. I think he was one of the culprits. He brought up a bunch of things, like taking pictures and all that. And I bet those were pictures of the assault. Yeah, that's right. After they were finished, those assholes got a camera out and took pictures of her, her face soaked with tears. So yeah, like I was guessing that urban legend before, this is not it. I guess they'll be a little corny. The whole time she yelled, "Don't look, don't look." Don't look, huh? Hanayome has an extreme reaction to being seen by others. He kept going on about it night after night until he suddenly stopped posting. People who knew him said they couldn't contact him at all. Those guys deserve to die, but it's still really creepy, you know? Suddenly a line from the note pops into my head. I'll dispel all of your heartache. Hey, Christy? Do you happen to know exactly where in the forest Seiko killed herself? I was a reporter at the time, so I did go to the location, but that was 5 years ago, so I don't remember exactly. I feel like I went west from that big arch at the entrance, so you're really going to go? Yeah, we might be able to figure out something about Hanayome. Fine, I understand. I've had my fill of that forest, but I suppose we have no other leads. New info. Hey. Okay. Kuja Mansion 4. I think we're just, like, supposed to go. I think that's it. Yeah, we just go. Alright. Keep it easy. And this is a very small map. Like, this will be extremely easy. Like, this whole place, because we've already explored most of the forest, this whole place is like 6 rooms. This should be a piece of cake. This is more awkward than I thought. Being out alone with someone who, until recently, was planning to kill herself. Do you have something you want to say? Yeah, this is awkward. Being out all alone with... She noticed right away. Was I being that obvious? No, not really. It's fine, you don't have to hide it. You're wondering if I still want to kill myself, aren't you? Is this a woman's intuition? No, maybe I'm just crap at hiding things. Don't worry, I don't anymore. People hate it when things are forced on them, right? Doesn't matter what it is. I can trust you, right? Yes. At least for now. Here's hoping she keeps feeling the same, at least while we're together. Yeah, because that did not work out in Chapter 2. Just then the tires hit a bump in the road. I could see a square gray object in the back seat of the rearview mirror. Hmm? Is that thing back there yours? No, that's a CD radio cassette player. Whoa. And cassettes. Huh? Why something like that? He said we might need music during the drive, then went to put it in here himself. But we don't have any CDs or tapes. Should I turn on the radio? I was kind of hoping he'd give us his, what was that anime called? Love Hero? Or not anime, the idol group Love Hero? No, I'll pass. The conversation grinds to a halt after that. Don't worry, there's no way we're gonna get creepy ghost messages on the radio. They totally brought up the radio's existence just for this little bit of conversation, and that's it. It's like there's an invisible person between us. After falling silent a while, Christy finally speaks up again. It only makes sense for the conversation to turn one direction. It's rather worrisome, don't you think? After all this time, they don't know. Who doesn't know what? Those two. They think that spirit just helps you find things. What a naive fairy tale. Yeah. Christy is exactly right. You quickly become disillusioned once you actually face the spirit. But thinking about it, wouldn't that be best? Christy looks at me in shock. Wait, what are you saying? I just mean... Our lives are on the line here. Would you stop joking around? Sorry. She's furious at me, but it looks like she was telling the truth about not wanting to die. She's got too much pride. Someone like that would never commit suicide, except for, you know, 3 days ago. What's so funny? Nothing. I'm really not looking good. First I make it awkward. Will we make it back again? First I make it awkward, then I say something that pisses her off, then I start chuckling. I stare at the headlights. I guess at the light from the headlights, and contemplate where we're going. Are we finally here then? That sigh was pretty deep, so I guess I read it wrong. I can't believe we're here again. At least I can feel better knowing he's not around anymore. I almost remind her about Hanayome, but I stop myself from opening up my mouth. I don't want to break her tenuous calm. Okay. It's supposed to be west of the gate. I look to the west of the gate again, but there's no sign of a trail. Strange. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. When I came here researching an article, there was a path to the west. Ah! Suddenly, Christy's face stiffens. What's wrong? I feel cold all of a sudden. Huh? Oh god, no thanks. I follow their gaze and see a low shadow dashing out from the darkness. A dog? It certainly seems like one. It kicks up the dirt with 4 legs, but it looks off somehow. Its fur is long and disheveled, and from certain angles its face looks human. The dog stares at us, growling softly. Ed. What? What is it? Are you trying to tell us something? You're being too gentle with it. You need to sound firm when you talk to a dog. Act like its master. Weaker dogs like to bark, right? So ignore it and stay quiet. So ignore it and stay quiet, huh? I guess that's true for humans too. Powerful people tend to ignore others. That just kind of comes out a little weird, but okay. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. The dog barks loudly, then vanishes into the western underbrush. The moment it's gone, the chill in the air dissipates. I think it's supposed to be IP, dissipates like it was never there. Was it trying to guide us? Maybe. Am I finally playing then, after the flashlight moving goes away? I shine the flashlight on the spot where the dog disappeared. A now familiar pain shoots through my wrist. The mark's color grows more vivid. We're doing this again. Early dawn, a few hours left until death closes in. There's probably not much time left. We better hurry. Let's check the bushes over there. New info. Hey, investigating the forest again. I'm a save. Okay. A thicket of trees. With the dog gone, I push my way into the underbrush. I spot the traces of what used to be a path. You could barely call it one at this point. This must be the closed hiking trail. The path goes west from the gate. That's right, I remember now. This is the path I took before. That dog, was it trying to show this to us? Who knows? Anyway, let's get going. Okay, so this is the new dungeon, I suppose. Is there anything to search for in here? No. Alright, moving on. Huh. I am in the right area. Maybe it's this. Something in the grass. Push the grass aside and pick it up. Old talisman, yay! Soul power. So now we're up to 1500. Good for us. Now, did you notice the map? There's a little dead end here. Huh. Something's on the grass. I feel around in the blades of grass. Instant camera! I've hit the switch before I realized, and a red light appears. Apparently that means that the flash can be used. It must still have battery left. Not that we're going to take any pictures with it. I mean, it's a ghost who doesn't like being seen, and we have a camera. Like, that's a little on the nose. You're right. I turn it off and quickly stuff it in my bag. I decide it's wise not to mention the dried blood that's stuck to the bottom of it. I get the feeling if we use the camera on the ghost, it'll lead to the bad ending. To see is to perceive light. Okay, there's a hint of something. That distant voice echoes in my head. True, seeing something means you're seeing the light it's reflecting. Wrong, it's should have an apostrophe. But what does that have to do with Hanaome? New info was added to the spirit file around the tree covered in photos. Oh, those are photos, that's what that is. I get the feeling that is going to be uncomfortable. But first, dry blood on the bottom, film in it. It could take photos. If they come out, it's questionable. So 5 of them. And we have this business. I shine the light on the grove of trees in front of us and catch a glimpse of something odd. Huh? What is that? Something's posted there. I can't make it out from here. I move forward for a closer look. Yikes. And the nails putting the things on the trees are through everybody's eyes, too. What is this? All thought in my mind ceases. It's as if I'm unable to process what I'm seeing, and my brain comes to a halt. Are these photos? There are a bunch of pictures of different people posted to the tree, but they're all these photos have nails in the eyes. It's just as Christy said. For some bizarre reason, each photo has a person with nails driven through both eyes. Attached to the nails is some kind of tape. Cold sweat drips down my back. What kind of grudge would cause someone to do something like this? Hey, all the people in these pictures, are they all men? Christie's mutters are just loud enough to hear. Huh? I look over the photos again. A good number of them are deteriorated, so they're hard to make out, but they may be right. Yeah, it looks like it. All the subjects are men. That's clearly not a coincidence. I feel a little dizzy and step back. Through my blurry vision, something flashes in the light from the flashlight. Huh? What's wrong? Nothing, it's just over there. Something sparkled up there. Something might be there. We should check it out. Something up in the branches of the tree is reflecting light. Something must be stuck in the branches. The only way we'll be able to check it out is to climb up the trunk. Are you thinking about climbing the tree? There aren't any cavities, knots, or branches within reach. It'll be hard to climb up it. So... Oh. Does it matter what I choose for this one? Oh. I think I'm gonna... I might want to forget this one, actually. I'm gonna... I'm gonna go back and choose a different partner. Give up and back away. I'm gonna need someone different anyway. I'm gonna go back to Cujo Mansion. I'm gonna grab a partner. Suzu. Exit. Forest. And there's a reason I chose her in particular. So, forward. Or wait, no, I believe we're supposed to look to the, this isn't the right way. Turn back. Sorry, I go left from the entrance. It's like a secret entrance. Move forward. Left. Okay. There. Okay, so if I had Eita with me, then I could just ask him to do it, but because I have Suzu with me, I can put her on my shoulders. Either one of these would have worked. If that's all, then okay, I'll try. I squat at the base of the tree and let her climb up on me. Up you go! I stagger a bit but manage to stand. I feel like I'm one of the trees now. Can you reach? With a little to the right. I'm almost there. Eek! Suzu reaches as far as she can with her hand and I lose my balance. We both crash to the ground. Are you okay? I'm fine. Here. Suzu shows me her hands. It's holding the object that was stuck in the branches. Dog collar! A collar? It makes me think of that dog we saw before coming here. Does this belong to that dog? I wonder who threw it away. Who knows? As I'm putting it away in my bag, I spot an inscription on the inside of the collar. Enta? Or something before the Enta that's disorienting to read? How are you supposed to pronounce that? New info. The pictures on the tree. Okay. I'm gonna save. And I think I'll do one more thing before ending the stream here. There we go. I hear a low growl from somewhere. I can't see what's making it, but it seems to be watching me. Oh, we did see that dog at the gate. I'm not sure why, but I feel an intense hostility directed toward me. What should we do? The instant Suzu speaks, the growling grows distinctly quieter. I remember the photos. All of them were men with nails in their eyes. I don't know what that has to do with the dog, but if those pictures demonstrated the hatred that saturates this place, if I was Suzu, I might react differently. I consider my options. See, if I showed the collar and Eita was with me, then that would be the end of that. So Suzu is with me, so we're good. I've got an idea. I take the collar out of my bag. Maybe. It's a safe bet that the spirit was born here, so the dog is likely tied to this collar. I face the general area the barking is coming from, and show it the collar. The dog appears like a gust of wind. Whoa! Before I can blink, it steals the collar from me. Oh boy. Live or die. When I try to quickly jump away, I hear Suzu call out to me. Mr. Yashiki, don't move! But I don't catch the rest of it. The dog rushes at me so fast it looks like it's gliding over the ground. Yo-oh. I know, I'll dodge. That involves not moving, right? I quickly dodge to the side, but the dog's torso twists to follow me. He can see through my movements. It bares its teeth and growls. Maybe it's nice. I'll be nice to it too. In an effort to calm it, I stretch out my hand towards its back. Maybe petting it'll help. It bolts directly at me as fast as lightning. It just kills me. Oh well. The dog fixes his gaze on me, its glare strangely piercing. Wow. I don't even get like, and then all I saw was black. It's just like, ah, game over. Alright. Let's do this for real. Show the collar. Alright, here we go. Let's do it right. Stand still. That involves not moving. The dog stops in its tracks. It seems confused that I'm not reacting and just standing still. It shuffles back on its guard and prepares to attack again. Yay! It bares its teeth into the death. This time, turn back. I break my gaze and turn my back to it. I pretend to not hear it threatening me. It growls for a while until it abruptly stops. Yay! And now for the final one. The dog holds the collar in its mouth and stares at me. That collar has an inscription on it, doesn't it? I'm sure it said... This is something I'm not quite sure how you're supposed to get. Yeah, like... like, I know what the answer is, and I'm not seeing it. What should I call it? It's Genta, but I don't get it. Like, I don't see it. I mutter the name. The dog perks its ears. I say it again, this time more clearly. Then, yay! The dog turns around and quietly slinks into the brush. It disappears from sight. Seems I somehow managed to escape death. Yay! I pick up the collar that was left behind and sigh deeply. Are you okay? Yeah, that was... I can't even say it was no big deal. My words simply trail off. That's all I can answer with. I pat myself down with my hands, but I don't seem to be injured anywhere. I did feel teeth biting into my hand when the collar was snatched from me, though. That dog may be supernatural. I hope it doesn't attack again. I think we'll be fine. It found what it was looking for. You're right. Yay! A sound like rope creaks above my head. Huh! Silhouettes swing in the shadow of the trees. My whole body shudders with dread. Are those people? Suzu gives a terrified yelp. Speechless, I shine my flashlight on them. They clearly aren't people. They're mannequins. The things hanging by their necks from the trees are display mannequins you can find in any department store. Obviously, dolls can't commit suicide. Is this someone's idea of a prank, or maybe a warning to intruders? The only one who knows the truth would be whoever did this. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I might even be able to just finish this chapter, because this is a very short one. Let's go. I don't think they're dangerous. They're only mannequins. Okay. Suzu replies uneasily. But before either of us takes a step forward, I feel a shaky hand gripping onto me. Yeah, see, there's only one more room in this whole thing. So... where am I looking? This one? A male doll is hanging from a tree. I wonder what the person who did this was thinking. Not you. You then? The dolls swing unceasingly from the ropes, even though there's no breeze. Yeah, but... You? Mercilessly hanging by its neck. Grabbing onto it to stop it from swaying, I open the hand and take what's inside. Worn out talisman! Let's save. Because this chapter plays differently from the others. It's just like a million options, I guess. Well, you know what? Maybe I won't finish the chapter, but I will just play up until we are supposed to leave the mansion. Let's just play it a little bit safely. So, moving on. It's that dog. Suzu, be careful. No, it's okay now. It won't attack anymore. It's that dog from before. It starts digging in the dirt right in front of us. Huh? After a few moments, it disappears like mist. What was it doing? Is there something over there? Let's take a look. That's the place the dog was digging. I reach out and touch the dirt, but the texture under my hand surprises me. The dirt around here is soft, almost as if something was buried. Give me a hand. You're going to dig here? I don't think we'll need any tools. Please. Okay. In silence, we kneel in this forest in the middle of the night and dig up the dirt with our hands. I feel like I'm robbing a grave. It could be that those words popped into my head because I somehow knew what we'd find. Distracted, yeah, I am going to a grave. I look down at what we dug up. What we find is a corpse. It's just a skeleton now, but it doesn't look that old. Is that a corpse? Yeah. My reply sounds incredibly flat and uncaring, even to me. At some point, death has become familiar. That fact, and not the corpse, is what sends a shiver down my spine. I get shivers down my spine a lot. I'm too comfortable with the world of the dead. I know this, but I can't escape it. One part of me observes the remains before us and reacts calmly. Just then, I notice something. What's that? There's something white in the skeleton's hand. I dig it out and discover it's a plastic bag. Inside are a number of cassette tapes and some kind of note. The note's deteriorated, but parts of it are legible. I killed them all. One's assault you. I was wondering about that. Yeah, the fiancé just went off and just murdered everybody. Now you rest in peace. What needed to be done. Now I die here. This forest. You passed away. New song. Want, listen, heaven. The note ends there. 3 cassette tapes. That sounds like a suicide now, doesn't it? But these tapes... She looks at the cassette tapes. Why were they buried too? I mean, the note said. They look at the remains as if asking them the question. Of course it's not going to reply. I don't I trail off. A different voice is whispering in my mind. The last. The voice falls silent. The last? Wait a second, the last what? Huh? Is something the matter? I didn't say anything. It's nothing. Sorry, just talking to myself. Anyway, let's take these tapes with us. New info. Hey, unidentified suicide victim. Charm song. Echo ballad. My something, right? Nah, I really could just finish the chapter now. I think, yeah, let's just do it. God, that's creepy. The mark burns scarlet. Half an hour left until death closes in. Gah. Out of nowhere, my mark flares up painfully, the intense pulsing setting my nerves on fire. Shit. Are we out of time? I bite my lip and look at Suzu. Suzu? Suzu, hey, can you hear me? Yeah. It's finally here. It all starts now. The third spirit. I grab Suzu and run. The spirit is closing in on us. Yeah, this is a shorter chapter in terms of dungeon navigation. Like, that was it. We did it. It was 6 rooms. Did I get in the car to go somewhere? Regardless, I'm here inside it, gripping the wheel. The mansion. I need to go back there for now. I glanced through the rearview mirror at Suzu in the back seat. Suzu was staring vacantly out the window with a slightly tilted head. The only thing out there is darkness. There's nothing to look at. Ada's tape player is lying at its side in the passenger seat. I grabbed it from the back, meaning to play one of those tapes. We quickly arrived at Kujo Mansion. Even if I discuss it with Mary, it's probably best to listen to a tape first. So maybe... I'll break off at the next safe opportunity. I reach for one, but as I do, I notice something odd. Ooh. Where are we? I'm on an unfamiliar road, like I took a wrong turn somewhere. No, it's not unfamiliar. I've clearly been down this road before, but the route I was taking should have had no way for me to come across this road. That's the only way I can describe it. It's impossible. Calm down. I must have made a mistake because I was messing around with the tape player. Yeah. I wouldn't get lost on the way to the mansion. I've been to it so many times now. I just missed the first intersection and ended up somewhere strange. That's all. That's what I tell myself as I make a U-turn. But no matter how many times I go back... Damn it! Why am I here again? No matter how I turn, I end up on the same road. Right, left, keep going straight, I still return to the exact same place. Oh god, I got hit by Jailhouse Lock, didn't I? This is ridiculous. Or no, not Jailhouse Lock. Ah, damn, I forgot the ability, but Ringo Rodigan's ability. I hit the steering wheel. Maybe it was because of my outburst, but my mark starts burning with pain again. This is bad. Really bad. At this rate, death will catch up to us while we're here in the car. Having said that, we can't go back to the mansion. I don't think we'll be able to get out of this maze no matter how many times I try. In that case, what should I do? Where should I drive? To? T-Mountain. I turn the steering wheel in the direction of the place that popped into my head. This is for the good ending. T-Mountain. It's not that I have to go there. The destination isn't important so long as it gets me out of this situation. I hit the gas pedal and abruptly turn the wheel, trying to get us out of this cursed trap. Finally, familiar scenery returns, as if it was laying in wait for me. It'd be lying, wouldn't it? In the end, we're back here. And we have a phone. The phone is ringing. I know exactly who's calling. Deep Crimson, few minutes. I head to the phone booth. I've got Ada's radio cassette player and the bag holding Seiko's memories at the ready. Ahoy hoy. I pick up the receiver. But the phone immediately goes dead. Whoa. She pranked me. What a jerk. Oh. Ugh. Yeah, that is a no thank you from me. The eyes in her mouth? What? That's quite the live or die. You saw, didn't you? I know you saw it. Quick, what do I do? The spirit's right behind me. Throw something. I turn my terror into strength and go on the offensive. One fierce attack and it's done. Well, actually, the spirit doesn't even flinch. A blood-curdling scream explodes in my ears. On the edges of my darkening vision, I see the phone receiver dangling from its cord, endlessly beeping over the lost call. That was a weak one. Come on. That's a little disappointing. Anyway, let's decide again. Ugh, the road thing, really? Let's just do this. I know exactly who's calling. Yeah, we're back. Okay, live or die. Honestly, I wouldn't have expected this, although the other two options are kind of inane, but I do want to take a picture. I quickly grab the instant camera and use the flash. The spirit shrieks, and while it's distracted, I tumble out of the booth. Safe! Once out, I spot out of the corner of my eye the spirit standing there, looking down at me. Ugh. The camera's battery is dead. What should I do next? I mean, play a song, right? And it doesn't matter which, by the way, as long as I don't repeat them. Charm song. Listened often. Daily. The spirit responds to the song. Ugh, no thanks. The spirit quietly drifts closer. What should I do next? Something other than that first one. Echo ballad. I love. Responds, yay. Even closer. Quietly drifts closer. What should I do? Play something other than those two. Alright. I don't know this one. Oh god, no thanks. What? Why do you have googly eyes? If I saw it in real life, I'd flip, but this looks bizarre. It's right in front of me! Hey, let me listen to the newest. So that's going to be the third one, because she doesn't know it. I stick my into it and press the play button. Yes, that song was finished. A dog comes bounding over from somewhere, barking happily. Again, is this where you've been? Come on, let's go. He's waiting. Yay! There's a flash of light. And spirit's gone. Yay! I don't sense Hanayome anymore. She's gone now. Hanayome. Suzuru's back to normal. I bet their mark's gone. My mind's less, ferocious, but mine's still bright in my arm. I guess Hanayome didn't give me my mark after all. Damn it! Then Hanayome really was Seiko Hasegawa. What a sad, terrible fate. Turning into a ghost after she died. I feel sorry for her. This place isn't too far from where Seiko died. Maybe that's why the instant Hanayome vanished, I thought I caught a glimpse of her loyal dog. I hope her dog and the song of her fiancé wrote for her. Help her be at peace in heaven. Should we head back? Yeah. What? Huh? The phone starts ringing out of nowhere. It won't stop. It's like it's waiting for someone to answer. That's usually what happens when people call. They wait for other people to answer. What should I do? Oh. Yay. Hello? On the other end of the line is the gentle voice of a woman. I'm so very sorry for causing you so much trouble. Please excuse me. Was that a wrong number or something? I was a little panicked, but now I relax. I step out of the booth and get into the car with Suzu. That's kind of a nice ending. Yeah, we got through this chapter pretty quickly. Welcome back, Mr. Yashiki. It's thanks to you that my mark is finally gone. Too bad I didn't get to do much. Yeah, I've read a ton of comics about exorcism, so I thought I could help. Good job to you too, Suzu. Everything went okay? Yeah, it's all thanks to him. Oh, yeah? I bet I could have done a better job than him. How much better do you want? I awaited your return, Lord Yashiki. It appears that you overcame your fear and cleared away the grudge. Congratulations. Though it is unfortunate that your mark has not yet vanished. I've managed to defeat 3 spirits now, but my mark still hasn't disappeared. It feels like that terrible fact might just freeze the blood in my veins. I read JoJo and Dio could freeze blood in your veins. But I vowed to fight against the mark. All I can do now is press forward. Mr. Yashiki, may I have a word? I looked through the other files in the garage after you left, and I found this. She hands over a file that says H Shrine Findings on the cover. Sayakujo's signature is in the corner. The Kujo family's guardians were housed there, so it makes sense that this was here. Go on, read it. Most of it is about how H Shrine was built and its history. It lines up with what Mary told us. Everything that happened from the anti-Buddhist movements to now is in here. But it looks like even Saya didn't know who stole the statues 50 years ago. Some pages are about H Shrine's Goshintai, the item that houses the deity spirit. This shrine has 2, a mirror and a small Buddha statue called Ninjibutsu. The Ninjibutsu should be in a brocade pouch, brocade, but I never saw anything like that at the shrine. I wonder where it ended up. The last few pages contain notes on an investigation into the stolen statues. It mentions a rumor that started circulating a few months ago. Kei Miyamachi, North Road in H City. It's a back street that, due to the city's poor planning, is covered in manholes. Yeah, why are there, like, inches apart from each other? That doesn't make any sense. That's not even poor planning. That, like, you have to go out of your way to make it that bad. Hey there, Minnie Martin, welcome. Because of that, people call it Manhole Road. On a moonless night, a young woman was walking down it on her way home from work. An old sign read, "Be wary of strangers." Suddenly fearful, she attempted to hurry her steps down that dimly lit back street. But she couldn't take a step forward. A noise. Something heavy being dragged. And then, a figure was discernible from out of the darkness. It was a woman with disheveled hair, wearing a burnt white robe. She cradled a headless Buddha statue as if it were her own child. The shadows and hair hid most of the face, but she could see her blood-red lips twisted into a satisfied smile. Hello there, Josh. Welcome to the stream. Terrified by the eerie sight, she turned on her heel and ran away. Some distance away, she turned to look back. But the woman was gone. Well, that ended better than it could have. The statues were stolen 50 years ago, so it wasn't that woman, but I doubt it's that easy to find headless Buddha statues. I'm sure she must know something. I asked Hanayome where the statues stolen from H Shrine were, and now there's an unexpected lead. What a strange coincidence. Thanks, Hanayome, you delivered after all. If you could find these stolen statues and honor them at H Shrine, the divine wrath will be quelled, and you might be free from the mark. Another way that might possibly allow me to escape my mark. Maybe I'm just never going to escape my mark. Maybe this is just going to be my life. I'm going to become a spirit detective and just constantly suppress my mark. It's worth looking into, at least. Oh, before I forget, you should take these, too. Documents in the Hasegawa case that we found after you left. Read through them if you want. It is almost dawn. We must end today's investigation. Please rest. Thank you very much, mister. Because of you, I think I'll get to go see my dad, too. You need to go somewhere to see him? My mom and dad got divorced. Oh. Yeah. Mom decided that she wanted to become a nun. She started taking me to temples and a lot of sacred areas. Dad didn't like that, and he started seeing some other lady. I understand. You don't have to say more. I guess Suzu's been embroiled in the world of adults for a while already. Maybe that's why she's so brave while being so young. I asked Mom to tell me where Dad is, but she wouldn't say. She told me he's bewitched by a demon to forget him. Sounds like your mom's psychotic. Like, forget being a nun, your mom's a freaking nut. Unless her dad is bewitched by a demon. I mean, in this game, I guess it's possible. So that's why I wanted to ask Kanayomi where Dad is. I see. I hope you get to see him. Me too. Okay, good night. Awkward. I'm really in your debt. It's thanks to you that Suzu was saved. Thanks so much. He seems more worried about her than himself. His appearance, personality, and job all make him suspicious, but that one thing is clear. I know she asked me to, but I was the one who brought her out there after all, so if something had happened to her, I just... Hey, are you alright? I'm so glad she's okay. The hot tears streaming down his face are those of relief, apparently. You should head to bed for today. I'm sure you're tired, right? Yeah, thanks. Good night. He just leaves. Well, I'm heading to bed soon myself. My mark's finally gone. I think I'm going to sleep well tonight. There's no reason for you to stay any longer. You're right about that. I'll be leaving tomorrow. Sorry, but even 9 lives wouldn't be enough to survive staying here. Thanks. As the person who must actually stay here, I'll just take it. You said it. But I'm grateful for all this, too. It gave me time to rethink my life. Ironic, isn't it? If I hadn't been cursed by a spirit, I'd be in that forest right about now. Christy's smile turns wry. Well, I'm off to bed now. Good night. Now then, Lord Yashiki, please find me when you are ready. Farewell. Hooray! Now, new info, the truth behind how the only other... So now I have actual options I can save. So if I talk to the doll, then that will conclude Chapter 3, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. We are halfway through the game. We're 60% through the original base game, but halfway through the game on console if you include the extra 6th chapter. So we're doing it! But this is where I'm going to end the stream. So thank you very much for joining the stream, and have a wonderful night.